Whew, my brothers and sisters, my kinfolk, my friends, my loves. It is hot as hell in this closet. It is hot as hell in here, so your patience is appreciated as we move forward. Ordinarily, I would not drink water until after I put on all my jewelry and showed y'all the rose quartz tree, but this is an emergency situation. Did you have water today? If you didn't, pause the video, go get some. You already know the drill. If you've been watching my videos, you know what we doing when you get in here. It's not new. Don't act new. Get some water. I know some of y'all be like, you can't tell me what to do. It's true. I can't tell you what to do. Oh my gosh. Hi. How are you all doing? Are you feeling loved? Are you feeling supported? Are you feeling particularly sexy today? Are you feeling worried? Do some of you have some things coming up that maybe you're a little bit worried about? But honestly, you shouldn't have any worries about the thing that you've got coming up because you are blessed and highly favored. And you are going to knock this thing out of the park, whatever it is that you're going to be doing. So, my loves, it is I, Yasha, also known as Tato the Penguin, the shepherd of your dreams. No, I'm just kidding. Bro, I will talk about the Shrek movie where Rumpelstiltskin was the primary villain until I die because it was just that funny. It was just that funny. Got a hair. Ew, gross. Whoa. I don't even know if I want to put on that. Put it on because it's a part of the whole get-up. But y'all, it's hot as hell in here. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling cooked. Ooh. But you got this. Whatever it is that you're going to be, excuse me, getting up to here soon, the thing that you've been freaking out or stressing about. Dang it. Clear cords. You have nothing to worry about, my love. 2 minutes and 34 seconds as I say that. You have nothing to worry about. The path that you are on is a good path. It's a solid path. And you've got this. You've got this. It's okay to occasionally doubt yourself, but you gotta make sure that you remember who you are. Who the fuck are you? You are a spiritual being living a physical experience. Happy February 19th. The 19th day of Love Month. We are just flying 3 minutes and 3 seconds as I say that. We are just flying right through Love Month. And more has happened in this month for me than I would say has happened for me, I guess, in the field of like what I would consider work for myself. More has happened. Let's get some more water. Y'all, and this beanie doesn't help. I know some of y'all are like, take the beanie off. Hell no. This wig on the top is thinning. It's thinning at the top. This is a cheap wig. It's cheap. This is not solid. That's why it be doing all kinds of weird shiesty stuff. Oh, that helps. I forget what I was saying. But yes, remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember that you are powerful, you are amazing, and you are locked in. You have access to your spiritual self. You have access to your faculties. 4 minutes and 4 seconds as I say that. So you are in good hands. What hands? The universe's hands, spirit's hands, God's hands, source's hands, spiritual hands. You're there, you're in them, you're safe, you're protected, you're Gucci. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh yeah, I believe that more has happened for me in this month of February as far as the work that I have chosen for myself, the purpose that I have chosen, than at any other point in my life. Bro, today was a great day. Today I popped up, I asked my inner child if she would take the helm, and she, 4 minutes and 44 seconds as I'm about to say this, she thanked me. She was like, I really appreciate that you ask me every morning, but the answer is always going to be yes. And I was like, aw, babes. I got really emotional. I was like, oh. So this morning because I went to get my mom from the airport. That's crazy. I brought my mom back from the airport on... Bro, my days are running together. Last night, I picked my mom up from the airport, and it wasn't last night. It was midnight. So it was like 1:30 when her flight came in, and picked her up from her flight, was dozing on the way back home. She drove, which made me so happy. We get back, and then she lets me know as we're pulling into the parking lot of our complex. She's like, oh yeah, I'm going out of town again tomorrow night. Or, so tomorrow night, but Wednesday morning at like 4 a.m. And I was like, 5 minutes and 55 seconds. Seconds? My brain has been in some interesting places, but didn't think the Freudian slip would betray me in such a dastardly way. It was 5 minutes and 55 seconds, as I said, that she was traveling, and 5 does represent travel. So I know I'm taking her to the airport, but I think travel's gonna be coming for me soon at some point here. And it's coming for you too. 6 minutes and 23 seconds as I say that. So that's definitely a thing that's gonna happen. It's my little amethyst stone that I'm playing with. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So, you know, my dad works and my sister's in class, you know. She actually works on film sets a lot. So she's currently working on a film set, like a student film set. And so I was like, I got you, Mom. I'll take you. I volunteer as tribute. Everybody else has work to do. I don't want them to be tired. So we're doing another all-nighter tonight. My sleep schedule is fucked. It's so fucked, bro. But it's okay, because I kind of like it. Because I've always heard that people who do, like, content, like streaming or, like, content on, like, social media and Instagram and stuff like that, I've heard that a lot of them have weird sleep schedules. 7 minutes and 17 seconds as I say that. And apparently this is because some of them do have day jobs, and so as they're trying to get their content off the ground, they have another job that they're working. So they have a 9 to 5, and then after they get off of that 5, they lock in and they're streaming or creating content from 7 to, you know, whenever, or 8 to whenever. And so I had heard that, and I was like, I don't know if I could do that, but I am a night owl. So this actually works for me, even though right now I'm currently doing stuff during the day. But, so taking her, you know, not really sleeping a lot, taking her to the airport, and then coming back and sleeping. So most likely what I'm going to do is I'm going to take her, I'm probably going to get back maybe around 5 a.m.-ish, and then I'm going to sleep probably until 10. That's 5 hours, so that's more than enough. If I get anywhere from 5 to 8 hours of sleep, I'm solid. I'll take more sometimes, but my inner child has been waking me up at a reasonable time every day so that I can actually do stuff. So I'm excited to take her to the airport. I like being around the airport. I don't know if any of y'all are like this, but I like being around the airport because I was always a big visualization person. Like when I first watched The Secret years ago when I was, I don't know why I say years ago like I'm old. Not too much on my girl. Back when I was like 16, I watched The Secret, and I also think this is part of the reason why my life has been trekking along the way it's been trekking along. I watched The Secret at a time where I still had not completely left my childhood behind. I was still very kind of like, because I was very dependent upon my family, my siblings and my parents, I was very childlike all the way up until I was like 26. And when I say childlike, I do mean naive. Like 9 minutes and 23 seconds. Bless my little heart. I was a relatively naive person for a long time, and naive meaning I like didn't see like how messed up the world was. Now it's weird because I had like this deep-seated melancholy and this I don't need to be here, which is why there was a lot of heavy stuff in my childhood, like depressive episodes. I tried to voluntarily dip from life twice before I was 16. So it's not that I was like blissfully unaware. Like, I had darkness that I battled with, but that darkness wasn't attached to how the world was. Like, I wasn't really thinking about the world. I was more thinking about how sucky my situation was as far as my internal situation. But I believed in magic. I believed in fairies. I still do. I believe in fairies. I believe in mermaids. All that fun shit. And when I watched The Secret, I think that's why I was able to absorb it so easily. Like, I was able to, like, when people would be like, so you believe that you can think about something long enough and you'll start seeing, you know, echoes of that thing, and then you'll eventually get that thing? And I'm like, yeah, it makes complete sense to me. And they're like, that's like magical fairy tale bullshit. And I'm like, well, everything, if you think about it, is magical fairy tale bullshit. I mean, what's kept an asteroid from completely blowing up our set all this time? What's kept the sun from just inching just a couple inches closer and burning our shit to hell? And somebody might be like, the laws of the universe. And it's like, yeah, but everything that's in place now was in place before we got here, so what's to keep it from just changing? I don't know. Riddle me that, Bembridge scholars. No, I'm just kidding. The Mummy is a great movie. But yeah, so popped up this morning, when I got back to bed and I slept, popped up, had a massive migraine, so I went back to bed immediately. I was like, ooh, we didn't sleep long enough. Excuse me. Next time I woke up, I was good, and my inner child was like, let's stream today. So I posted a video. If this is the first video of mine that you're seeing and you're into spiritual stuff, I have another playlist on my page. If you go, it's called Spiritual Biddies, and that's where I do like all things specifically spiritual, and I've started to do oracle / tarot card readings on there for the collective. So you can go on there and check that out. I only have one video on there that I did today. It was kind of weird because it's the first time I've done a video like that. But it was fun. I really enjoyed it, and I hope and I think some of you that are watching these videos are gonna benefit from it. So I thought that was really cool. And then after that, I had 2 chimichangas for lunch, which was amazing. It's the ones that you get from Aldi. Very delicious. Very important. And so I got those. I absolutely killed them with hardly any effort. And after that, by the time I looked at that, it was 2 o'clock, and I was like, cool. So I got in my little gamer outfit that is super comfortable. It's like the most comfortable clothing I have. It's perfect for gaming. It's a pants and kind of like a crop top, and then like a sweater combo. And it's so comfortable, and I got it on sale. It was a 3-piece combo that I got on sale at a beauty store. A beauty store. Bro, beauty stores, for those of you that are like, well, I don't want to spend like a whole lot of money on going to get my nails done, go to your local giant ass beauty store. They got fake nails, they got nail kits, they got all kinds of stuff for nails. They have all kinds of hair care products for men and women, beard care, hair care. They got wigs in the back, they got bundles, they got everything in these stores. And then they have like oils, they have perfumes in there. They've got the as seen on TV stuff in there too. They've got hair racks. The ones that we went to, because it was after Valentine's Day and they had all this stuff they were trying to move, it was like 75% off on all of like the little decorations, the Valentine's Day decorations. And then they had a clothing section, and that's where I got my little outfit from. So if you're interested in seeing that outfit, I have a picture of it on Instagram, and I'm wearing my little unicorn wig. It's so pretty. But I had that outfit, I got that on, I got my wig on, and then I got my game on. And it was actually really fun. I was live, but it was just me in there. But I was just recording. That's literally what I was doing. I was specifically recording the video so that I could post it to YouTube, because Tato's Playground, I want to fill up that video section with content, like stuff that I'm doing. And also, 14 minutes and 23 seconds as I'm about to say this is a message for somebody. As you're doing your content, the reason why it's important for you to go ahead and get started is because it doesn't need to be perfect yet. What you need to start doing is filling up your like the areas where, for those of you who are thinking of doing content and who have been moved to do content, the rest of you, just relax and look pretty. Just relax and look cute. That's all you gotta do. You're doing it. By watching this video, you are doing more than enough. So that's not for you. It's okay. But for those of you who are moved to do content and to post content and who are thinking about it and you've only been posting like 1 or 2 things, you do want to post like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you want to just start posting things, whatever you're moved to post. The videos do not have to be perfect when you start off. 15 minutes and 15 seconds as I say this, because what's going to happen is you're going to discover what your brand is as you are posting. So me, I am really awkward in all of my videos where I have first started posting. So the first video that I posted on TikTok a couple days ago where I was like, hey, this is the first time I'm posting and doing the content that I'm doing now, so I feel a little weird about it. I don't really know what's happening. My first spiritual biddies video that I did today, same thing. I was like a little awkward because I was like, I don't really know exactly what's happening. I just know that this is what I want to do and I'm gonna have a good time doing it. I don't have any schedules planned, content schedules. Usually it's good to have a content schedule. This is actually something I did learn in school. 15 minutes and 55 seconds. It's good to have a content schedule to know every week by week, what are your like things that you hit and what days do you hit those. So like if people are streaming, doing live streams, you know, if you have live streams that have different content, what day are you doing each of those? Like that's what a schedule is essentially. And I haven't been moved to create one. I've just been moved to do stuff the way that I can do it when I can do it. Because again, I live in close quarters. I have a roommate. And the cool thing is that she is in school most of the time. So that's why I do my content work during the day, with the exception of these videos that I do every night. And I do them every night because then I can like talk about my day, and again, everybody's asleep, so I don't have to worry about people asking me, what are you doing? Could you come help? Could you cook dinner? Oh my god, I need advice. I mean, that's not everybody, but you know. And then also, you know, my parents like to watch TV with surround sound, and these walls are super thin, so I prefer to do these videos after they've gone to bed because the house is quiet and I can be assured that you all will hear what I'm saying. But yeah, so just start posting stuff. Start getting the things out there, even if it's not perfect. If you are trying to do anything, and you want to start posting, or you want to start creating the content that you want to create for your stuff. So if you have a business where you're looking at potentially working on products, start product designing. Start designing like prototypes of products that you're trying to design, and start filling up like a notebook with your ideas. Get the prototypes out of your head. You don't have to focus so heavily on perfecting one thing at first. I think that, again, the brainstorming sessions, amazing. Brainstorming sessions are so key for any type of work that's being done. I shaved my legs tonight so they're all smooth, like a baby seal, or like a baby dolphin. But yeah, so I'm really happy. I am officially doing 3 different types of content, and that makes me so happy. I felt in my spirit that I needed to cap it for now at 3. So while I'm sure other stuff is brewing, I can kind of feel other stuff brewing in the ether. I think right now I need to just get used to the other 2 things that I've picked up. So like these videos, these are pretty simple. I don't edit them. They're supposed to be raw. They're supposed to be authentic. They're supposed to be natural. So these videos, I feel like I've kind of perfected, and it's taken me 2 months to do it. So I can guess it's going to take me 2 more months, maybe. I don't want to put a cap on Spirit's abilities, on Divine's process. But I could guess it'll probably take me at minimum 2 months to get comfortable streaming video games that I'm streaming, and then doing like the spiritual content where I do tarot card readings, because it's a little weird. Like, doing a reading for somebody is a very intimate thing to do, and usually when I'm getting downloads, I don't have that nervousness of saying or not saying things. But like during a tarot card reading, it's a bit different because I have to kind of be mentally present when I'm doing it. It's weird. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like part of me is not there, like a portion of my brain isn't there, and then a portion of my brain is. It's kind of like how dolphins and whales sleep. Like, they don't sleep, like not 100% of their brain ever goes to sleep. Like part of their brain stays awake. Because I was like, how do dolphins and whales keep from drowning if they sleep underwater? And they were like, oh, well, part of their brain is awake so that they can crest when they need to get air. And I was like, you're fucking kidding me. Nature is crazy, because I cannot imagine being a creature that swims in the ocean and lives there, but you a mammal, so you have to breathe, which means you have to surface. What if you can't surface? You just die? That's nerve-wracking to me. I can't imagine living underwater and needing to breathe. Like, I know a lot of these post-apocalyptic shows or these super futuristic shows where it's like, we've created an underwater city. I'm like, all it takes is for some stupid person to throw a pebble at the enclosure, and now we're 100 miles under the ocean. 100? We're like 500 miles under the ocean, and the thing cracks, and the ocean pressure, like, you're not surviving at those depths. Like, how are you escaping? But anywho, yeah, I think with the content that I'm doing, I have 3 like types that I can keep track of. I feel like any more right now, and it'll just be a lot. Again, I'm not gonna stop the universe. If things pick up and they pick up, which I felt a while ago, people close to me let me know. They were like, oh no, yeah, I have a feeling that when your stuff picks up, it's going to snowball, meaning it's gonna be like gradual all the way up until the point where it's not. And that gets me supercharged and excited. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I also have to remind myself every day, I've got this. So if it starts to feel a little stressful, I can take a step back, I can take a deep breath, and I remember, there's nothing that you have to do. I know there's things and it's like, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to take care of this, but like, one of the things that I think about is there's nothing I have to do, there's things I get to do, there's things that I want to do. I try to change my mental paradigm in that way so that when I do things, they're a bit more fun, you know, just kind of helps. I love my little bottom teeth, bro. I think it's kind of funny. Like, have you ever seen, like, dogs' bottom teeth? Like, if their mouths are closed and you just pull their lip like this, their little bottom teeth, they're so fucking small and they're really cute, bro. It's the same with cats. Their teeth are so tiny. And then, like, the bicuspids, like in the, you know, the canines, they're obviously bigger and sharp. And usually the top teeth are sharper and longer, but the bottom teeth are so cute. But yeah, so I'm really happy with the content that I'm doing. I did a Roblox Doors playthrough today. I did not make it to the ending level. I think I only got to door 68. And that did make me sad because the creature that came at me was a creature that I hadn't run into before, so I didn't know that you're supposed to keep running. You're not supposed to hide. So I died in that, and that was very sad. But it was good because I had already been streaming or recording for like an hour. So right now I think my videos aren't supposed to be very long, so I think I'll keep the video game stuff going for like an hour or so. So each session is only like 1 game instead of doing multiple games per session. But I don't know, because I enjoy Roblox Doors, but I do want to play Crime Scene Cleaner. But I kind of wanted to wait to play Crime Scene Cleaner for when I got more people, like, involved so they could see it. But then again, I'm not doing this for everybody else. I have to remind myself, 23 minutes as I'm saying this. Ooh, 23 minutes and 33 seconds as I'm saying this. The reason I started streaming video games is because I wanted to do it. The goal was never to stream video games so that I could get a large following, so that I could be recognized. It wasn't for that. The reason I wanted to do it was because I loved watching streamers befriend people online and be able to create communities based off of just all sharing similar interests, which is the games that they're playing. So that's why I do what I do. That's one of the reasons I do what I do. The other reason is my inner child just really enjoys doing it. Look at my little snake earring. It's a little sneaky snake. Ooh. Pretty. But yeah, so that was really fun today. Did that, and then I proceeded to finish that video, and then I edited it, and then for the first time, I created a clip today. So the way Twitch works is that it makes clipping things super simple, and for those of you that don't know, clipping something is when you take a small portion of a longer form video that you've done, and you play maybe like 15 seconds of it, 30 seconds, maybe a minute and 30 seconds of it, and that's all that plays. And clips are really great because you can share them on TikTok and like Red Note and like social media platforms like that are more geared to short form videos. That's why you're able to swipe super fast through everything. YouTube is more geared towards longer form videos. It didn't used to be that way. Like back in the day, people's videos were not very long. 10 minutes was a lot. It used to be that on YouTube, before commercials, 3-minute videos was more than enough. Anything that was longer than a normal song, not a Michael Jackson song, but a normal song, anything that was longer was too much. But now you have videos on there that are 2.5 hours long, 3 hours. People upload entire stream sessions that are like 6 hours long on YouTube, and people will watch it in parts. There's a Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess speed run that is also a completion. So it's everything. Like, he gets all of the side stuff. He, talks to, I don't think he talks to every character, but he speed runs it while getting all of like the necessary things that you need, I guess, to complete the game, to 100% the game. That's what it is. And that stream is 6 hours long. And I will go randomly and I'll start it at a random point and watch it. It's just such a good video. So it's interesting. So if you're concerned about being like, well, I've got this stuff, but it's really short, there's an audience for it. If you're like, I want to do this, but it's going to be really long, there's an audience for it. I think the name of the game is consistency. So when you start doing something, do it in a way that is sustainable so that you can do it consistently. I think that's one of the things that a lot of people struggle with, especially when you are in a position where you haven't had to be consistent before with things that you are passionate about. Like, I think a lot of us have to be consistent with things we don't want to be. So like, a lot of the people watching my videos, a lot of you guys have jobs. I've been in school, raising children. Like, these are all things that you have to be consistent with. I mean, some people aren't consistent with raising their kids, and it shows, but creating consistency within the things that you want to do is so incredibly crucial and important for your fulfillment and happiness. And when I say consistency, I don't mean you have to do it every day for the rest of your life. Consistency could mean you do something once a week. You find 15 minutes once a week to do this thing, and every week for at least 15 minutes, you do that thing. It could be very small. It can be very small. You'd be surprised at how you can build habits in tiny increments like that. Oop. Tiger eye skeleton. Haha, it was me. Remember. I love that. The Skeletor memes when he's like, remember, if the sun is constantly, what is it? If the earth is constantly revolving around the sun, that means there is a tidal wave of men with morning wood that is consistently happening until we meet again. I love those. They're so funny. And then I'll be watching them and be like, haha, wait a minute. It's just really funny. But yeah, man, consistency is the name of the game. I think that's why these nightly videos have been so helpful to me. I didn't even realize, guys, I didn't even realize when I started doing these videos every night, and I've been doing them every night consistently for 2 months. No wonder. It was like when I looked at this playlist, because I was building the other spiritual biddies playlist, I looked and it said I had like 71 videos in the playlist. And I was like, how is that possible? But each month, like, what is it? December has 31 days in it. And then January has, I believe, 31 days as well. So that's 62. And I think I've been doing these videos since the end of November. So that, I was like, whoa. Actually, no. Duh. December has 31 days, January has 31 days, and then we're at February 19th right now. So, yeah. I was like, I can't believe this. I've been doing this for like 2.5 months. That's crazy. But the consistency helped me. I didn't even realize it was going to help me game consistently when I started, because now I'm like, okay, well, streaming is a goal, yes. It's something that I'm enjoying and that I want to do, but I also like posting things that are watchable, because sometimes people are like, sometimes people are kind of slow to the uptake. So it's like when you're doing live stuff and you're building your community, going live consistently is good, but sometimes it's great to have like a backlog of things that people can watch if they stumble upon your content and it happens to be a period of time where you're not live. If you don't have any content anywhere and the only thing you ever do are lives, if that's your prerogative, definitely do it. Follow your gut, follow your spirit. But it does help for people to have things that they can watch in your absence when they are waiting for you to go live again. So that is something, I don't know who that's for, but that is something to consider. But yeah, so I did that. Twitch made it really easy for me to take a clip of my video and clip it. Literally, all I did was hit clip it, and then it opened up another window, and it showed me like a long form clip, and then it was like, okay, so pick which minute and 30 seconds that you want for this clip. And I was like, oh, cool. So I was able to clip it, and I put it on TikTok, I put it on Instagram, on my stories, and then I also have it on Twitch. And the cool thing was I couldn't figure out how to do videos on Twitch, because the first video that I did that was kind of my starter video, it was like my first streaming, like video game streaming video, and half of the video was me trying to get my shit figured out. It wasn't posted anywhere. But weirdly enough, today after I finished my session, it immediately popped up in my videos section on Twitch. So I don't know why that is. Maybe people on Twitch aren't supposed to see that first video. I don't know. But I didn't fight it. I left it alone. I was like, cool, so now I have a video on there, and I have a clip on there, and that is something I've been dreaming about. I've been dreaming about clicking on my Twitch channel page and looking and seeing in that box where it's like, this was the last live that happened, and seeing a video there. And then looking down and seeing there's a video and a clip, or a couple videos and a couple clips. I've been dreaming about this for so long, bro. I'm so grateful. I'm gonna voice it right now. I am so grateful to Source, to the universe, to that one energy that flows into form, through form, and out of form. I'm so grateful for where I'm at right now. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy. I don't feel like I'm sitting around waiting for anything. Like, I'm actually doing it. I'm actually doing the shit I've always wanted to do, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And this is the perfect time. It's the perfect time for all of this to happen. Like, there are times where I wished that I started when I was younger. Like, if I had started streaming video games when I was, say, 16 or 17, I would be in a very different situation now. I would most likely be like, honestly, the way that streaming went and the way that things happened, and I know a lot of people are like, it's about luck. Some people get big and some people don't. Well, it is about luck, but it's also about how you treat people. There are a lot of people, part of the reason they haven't done anything or gone anywhere is because they don't treat people in a way where people feel valued. A lot of people, like, in your viewership are gonna fuck with you because you care about them. Viewers want to be cared for. I remember popping into somebody's stream at one point, and I was watching him play something, and people in the chat were talking to him, and he hardly looked at the chat at all. He didn't say anything. And I know some people, when they stream, it's like, okay, well, I can't really look at the chat because of what I'm doing. But he was literally sitting there not doing anything. And I don't remember who this was. This was years ago when I first wanted to do it. And I was like, really? Like, streamers don't be engaging with their audience? The very people who are gifting you money and the people who are sending you things for your P.O. box, like, you don't want to engage with them at all? But I guess that's, like, kind of like the theme, or like kind of the, like, that's kind of what certain streamers do. Like, they're very like, I don't really engage with the people, I'm just here to do my thing. And I mean, you know, if that's what you do, that's what you do. But I always wanted to engage. I always wanted to talk to people because I love it. But man, if I had done this years ago, I think I probably would have stopped, because the whole goal of why I was doing it was because like, I had first thought about it in the same way that I thought about wanting to be a vocalist and a singer, like, and a musician, sorry, and an actor. Was I was like, I'm trying to get big, I'm trying to get famous. And I'm, again, so glad that those things did not happen, because I would have fucked myself royally. Fucked myself sideways. It would have been the worst. So now I'm in a position where I actually care about the people who I engage with. I'm very grateful to the people who join my little communities, and I want to engage with you guys. Like, the period of time where I wasn't really talking to anybody when I first started doing these videos in this series, Spirit was like, do not engage with people. And I think it's because I needed to get one thing out of the way at a time. Like, I had to deal with one challenge at a time. So my first challenge for me was doing it consistently and doing it authentically. So like talking and being real with y'all. Talking in my regular voice instead of being like, oh, hi guys, like blah, 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 blah. Like, I know that's authentic for some people, but for me, that's just not how I act. And I think the reason I wasn't supposed to engage for a while was because I was supposed to get a handle on being my most authentic self in these videos first. And then once I did that, Spirit was like, all right, so you can like people's comments now, you can engage with them, you can respond to their messages. Some of y'all, I really like your messages. Like, it's just nice to know, that you guys who do watch my videos, you enjoy the conversation. You enjoy what's being talked about. I enjoy it so much. Like, there are a couple of you guys, when I've responded to, you've been like, hell yeah, bro. And I'm like, hell yeah, bro. Like, we're a whole community. It's great. Welcome to a couple of the new subscribers. I know we're already 36 minutes in, but welcome. Again, it hasn't been like a blow up situation. Like, you know, a lot of people want to go from 5 subscribers or followers to 200,000 in the matter of a week. I don't need that. I mean, when I started doing this, I didn't expect to get any subscribers, so I'm just grateful for those of you that are here right now. Like, you guys are more than enough. I love you guys. You're more than enough for me. Aw. But yeah, so I'm just so grateful that I get to do what I get to do. And it's really interesting because my parents, oddly enough, are very like my mom today. I was talking about something and she looked at me and she goes, what's happened? Like, you're different. And I was like, I guess I'm just happy. Like, I am happier doing what I'm doing now than I've been doing anything else. And it's because my inner child is driving. So all of my interests are at the forefront. Like, I'm not interested in playing games that I don't like or that are boring. 37 minutes and 37 seconds as I say that. And back in the day, whatever people asked me to do, I would do, because I was so yearning for the validation and I wanted to be somebody. I wanted to matter. But because my spiritual journey started in October, and from October to December, I was in the season. So what is that? October, November, December. So for 3 months, a quarter of a year, my season was focusing on connecting with my inner child and being authentic with myself. And I had to do that before I could step into doing all the fun shit, because I wouldn't have appreciated all of this stuff. Prior to October, I wouldn't have had the stamina, I wouldn't have had the patience, and I wouldn't have appreciated the now moment enough to even learn how to set up a stream. It's crazy. I did a lot of the hardest work. And I mean, eventually, I was telling my sister, eventually I would like to have an editor, you know, once income starts rolling in from somewhere. 38 minutes and 38 seconds as I say that. And I know because I was an artist, I'm very big on paying people for their time. So I'm never going to walk up to somebody and be like, hey, can I get a discount? Like, no, you can't. Like, I get that people want discounts because they don't have it to give, but to have something that you want to do, and the first thing you do when you approach somebody who has like solid quality work that you want to do, you hit them with the, so how cheap can I go with this? I don't know. It's just, I just can't do it personally. So I know that editors, they should be paid what they are worth, and they're worth quite a bit. So at some point down the line, it'll be nice because I'll be able to afford an editor. Right now, everything that I do is all me, and I hate editing. I hate it with a passion. I tried to edit one of my own videos a long time ago. It's part of the reason I didn't do videos, because I was like, well, everybody does videos and the best way that they're going to get viewed is if they're edited. And I think that's why Spirit was like, don't focus on editing. Don't focus on that. Somebody will come along to help you. You will get somebody who, it'll be kind of like a partnership. You'll be able to provide what you need, what they need. Everything will work out. Don't worry about it. You just worry about posting videos the way they are now, and then you'll be able to see the difference as time goes on. When you do get an editor, you'll be able to see the difference between how your content looked before and how it looked after. And I'm actually very excited about that. So, yeah. But when my mom asked me that, and she was like, you just seem really happy, I was like, I am. Like, Mama, I am. Like, it's just so cool. It's so cool that I'm just chilling out. And even though I'm not making money from anything that I'm doing, I get to dress up. I get to put on wigs. And I get to sit there and play video games and record content that I enjoy recording. It's a whole vibe. Once again, the wig decided it wanted to start doing other shit today. So yeah. Oh wait. Why are sneezes so violent? I think there's another one in the chamber. 1 second. There isn't anymore. But yeah. I hate when the wig be trying to do too much. But yeah, it's really cool. Because I went to campus with my sister like a couple days ago, like I told y'all. And I have been going to campus with her a lot over the past, like, since I had started my master's program in 2000 and... Oh my gosh, I started that program in 2023. And then it was from May of 2023 to May of 2024, and now we're in 2025? That's crazy. The years are passing, bro. But in 2023, when I started my master's, I was going to campus with my sister all the time because I didn't have anything to do. But now, when she's like, or if other people are like, hey, do you want to go here? Do you want to go here? I'm like, actually, I've got some work to do. And it's like, you have work to do? And I'm like, yeah, I have work to do, because the content that I'm doing is me investing into my own type of business. And I told my dad that, and I was like, I've never been happier. Like, I essentially get to create my own schedule. So I get to record content when I feel like. Yeah, there are times. A lot of people actually have like specific times where they post stuff because the algorithm, 42 minutes and 42 seconds as I say this, but the algorithm on various social media platforms adheres to certain rules. So when you post at a certain time, like a high traffic time or at a low traffic time right before high traffic, you're more likely to get better numbers and stuff like that. And all of this stuff I learned how to do in my master's program. So like, it wouldn't be hard for me to do it, but I just don't feel like that's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Like, I really do feel like I'm supposed to be just enjoying this period of time. And I keep getting like signs that things are going to change very drastically. Like, everything is gradual until it's not. And I keep feeling that. And I feel like the gradualness is really the preparation for things that are just going to start going. So yeah, man, it's crazy. 43 minutes, 34 seconds. As I say that. 4, 3, 3, 4. Numbers. But yeah, it's been an amazing day. An amazing day for Yasha. I've just been very happy. And very proud of the people in my life for doing the things that they're doing. I did an energy healing session for my dad this evening, and it's crazy because afterwards he'll be like, so that's really weird because, and then he'll tell me about like something that he's been experiencing with a part of his body that I just so happened to spend special attention on. So like his legs or his feet or his arms or his back, like, you know, kind of the core areas. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, so there's something blocking his crown chakra. And he'll be like, yeah, so I had like a headache today and I didn't say anything about it. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. So we did that, and that was great. And it was just really good, man. It was a really good day. Like, I can't believe I went from stressing and job hunting to this. I can't believe I went from, I have no idea what my purpose is and I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing, to creating content and knowing that as long as I'm creating that content, even if more content pops up, it doesn't matter because I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. I just feel so blessed. I feel so lucky to be in the position that I'm in. And again, I really, as things happen for me, I just want to help other people, bro. Again, I'm so passionate about education in this country. I'm so passionate, and any time that I hear or see education not being communicated and taught at its finest, I'm like, all right, so how, whenever I get my millions upon millions of dollars, what causes do I want to put my money towards? That is something some of you should be thinking about, actually, because the universe is a balancing universe. Like we talked about last time, it's all about balance. So for those of you who are wanting a large amount of income coming in, or you're getting signs that a large amount of income is coming in for you, maybe somebody's going to get a 6-figure job and you've never had that before, you need to look at where you're going to be tithing. Now, this is like a religious thing that people talk about, their tithes and their offerings. For those who are Christian, in the Bible, it says, I think it's 10% of what you make, of what you're earning, you need to put aside for tithes and offerings, which is essentially to give back to the church, give back to God, essentially. And again, even though I'm not religious, I actually really like this idea of when you have attracted, or when you've manifested, or when you've worked really hard for something and you actually are getting, you're benefiting from it. It's good practice to also give as you are receiving, because you keep that cycle going. So it's like, as you are receiving a lot, you're then giving a lot. So 46 minutes and 46 seconds as I say that. So there's this constant revolving door of blessings, and you're being blessed and other people are being blessed. I said this in another video a long time ago. If you ever go like on a shopping haul and you're like, I'm getting all this new stuff, don't throw out the clothes that you had before. Give them to Goodwill, or find like a local place where you can donate, or like a drive at a school or something, or at a local shelter where they need clothes, because you would be surprised at the types of things you have that people want. You'd be surprised. Thrift stores, the actual original reason why thrift stores even exist is because they're supposed to be for those who cannot get things at full price and they need it. I know it's become kind of like a thing where people are like, oh, I'm going thrifting. Even I have picked up some stuff from the thrift store that I need. I too have gone and popped some tags. Only had $20 in my pocket. I was hunting, looking for a come up, and it was indeed awesome. Bro, I just remembered. So last night I stumbled across a YouTube short of a Regular Show episode. And for those of you that don't know, Regular Show is a cartoon. And it features a bird, a blue bird named Mordecai, and a raccoon named Rigby, and then there are all these other characters, and they get into all kinds of shenanigans. And the funny thing is the show is called Regular Show, but the show is anything but regular. There's always crazy stuff happening. These dudes work at a park. That's where they work. And it's funny. It's hilarious. And I saw this clip where Mordecai goes into this restaurant and he's trying to do this omelet challenge. And I don't remember why, because I only saw the clip. I'm going to try to go back and find it and watch it at some point tomorrow. And he's like, bring me the whatever the omelet is called in the restaurant. So like, bring me the Super Max Biggie omelet. And the server at the restaurant was like, sir, I must advise you to not eat. And then he goes, just bring me the omelet. The way he said it, bro, I watched it like 20 times and cried silently last night in my bed as I was watching it, because if I know I have to pop up super early to take my mom to the airport, I may doze for like an hour or two, but I do not expect to sleep. I don't, because in order to get like the deep sleep going, I have to know that I'll be sleeping for at least 5 hours, and that's never the case. If my mom has to go out of town, it's always super early, which means I don't get any sleep. But Bring me the Supermax Biggie omelet. Sir, I must advise against the... Just bring me the omelet. Bro, just put the fries in the bag. Like, that's really the vibe that it gave. And it had me cackling. It's the way he said it. I wanted to share it, but there wasn't a way that I could. Not that I could see. But I died laughing. That shit was hilarious. I'm over here talking about the fact that I'm not gonna go to sleep, but I'm yawning. I swear in some of these videos I spend half the time trying to fix my fucking wig. You're pissing me off. Get it together, bro. Oh. That's giving kind of like a waterfall vibe. I like that. I like that a lot. It's been a very good time for me. And I'm slowly but surely like seeing close friends and family who are noticing my content and they're like, oh wow, wait, no, I like this. This is really good. And like they're following me. And so it's just really nice. I'm having a good time. Ooh, something that I needed to share with you all. So, because I was hanging out with my sister, and I've been hanging out with her for a little bit, there have been people who have popped up in her life who have been superiors to her. So teachers, you know, mentors, people who are not mentors, but like teachers and, you know, like police officers and like people who are in these positions of power, right? My sister received a message from Spirit weeks ago. And this message essentially was like, buckle up, because a lot of the stuff that you're doing, when your light shines bright, and this is a message for some of y'all too, when your light starts shining, it starts shining a little too bright, it's gonna piss people off. And people are going to have a lot to say to you. It's not gonna be good. It's gonna be a waste of time in a lot of cases. But a lot of people are gonna have attitude with you, and you're gonna be like, why would you do this? Where is this coming from? And it's because they're mad. It's because they're insecure. 51 minutes and 51 seconds as I'm saying this. So yeah, there are people who are going to be salty because you are living a life that they want to be living, i.e. you're smiling, you're happy, you're feeling more fulfilled, you're able to support people. When you do shadow work or when you start locking it in with your inner child, it shows in a light that kind of glows out of you. The light is not on you, it's in you. And other people recognize it. And you're going to have people who are drawn to you for a great reason, collaboration, it's going to be magical. But when my sister received that message, I, as well as her, assumed that that meant that it was going to be peers, people her age, people kind of in her hierarchy as far as in the various areas of her life that she's in. And we found out recently that that is not the case. There have actually been quite a few people who, for all practical purposes, they have their shit licked. We're talking about people who have solid jobs and they have a whole family. You know, they've got a nice car or they've got things going for them. And you would think, oh no, my tree. What have I done? Okay, we're good. And you would think that they should be happy because of all of the shit that they have, right? No, some of the most insecure people are people who have shit. Because those people, a lot of those people worked really hard for that shit because they were insecure. And they never focused on the internal. That hole that they felt within themselves, they just decided to fill it with all kinds of other bullshit instead of working on themselves. And again, everybody's path is different and their journey is different. But I draw the line at when you start making that other people's problems. Other people's problem. And my sister, she's had quite a few people who have done these complete 180s and who've become assholes. And I have a couple of friends this has happened to them too, where they're like, bro, I was literally just being super normal and this person started digging at me all the time. And I was like, And it's because y'all's lights are bright. Your angels, as they say, are disturbing their demons. Do not be surprised if it's people who you hold in high regard. This is one of the reasons why people say never meet your heroes, because what often happens is people who we idolize and we put on incredibly high pedestals actually have the same, if not more, insecurities than we do. So when you idolize and you essentially celebrity worship, or you kind of worship the ground that certain people walk on, they're human. They will disappoint you at some point. at some point. It doesn't have to be colossal, like they're being taken to court for something heinous. It could honestly be that they just didn't pay attention to something, or they prioritized themselves in a particular situation where they really should have been there for other people. It could be anything. But this is why you should be your own hero. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for, or not on the lookout, like don't be planning for it, you know? Do not invite more trouble than it is worth. But be aware that if people start acting crazy to you and weird to you, and you are in a self-reflective space, and you are in a I'm trying to help space, and they're having a big issue with you, it could be, it's not always, but it could be that you're in a better place and this person's not happy about it. And it tends to happen, from what I see, it tends to happen in people who are in relationships with other people, and it doesn't have to be romantic. This could be any relationship. Employee, boss, parent, child, sibling, it could be any relationship. But I see that there are people who, there are people, they're so used to commiserating. 55 minutes and 55 seconds as I say this. They're so used to commiserating. They're so used to both being in shitty places that when one person starts elevating and making their lives better for them, the other person starts shitting on them because they don't want to be left alone. But they're not in the place where they're interested in changing either. So this does happen. So just be aware. Not saying that people around you ain't shit. Not saying that you need to be like, nobody touch me. Not saying that you need to be like, constantly worried, but just be aware as you're doing things and as you're making moves. If you notice energies are shifting, it's okay to take a little bit of a step back. Just make sure you remind yourself how amazing you are. Make sure you give yourself make sure you give yourself the validation that you deserve. All right? Yeah. I also have in here one of these pennies. You kind of can't see the designs because of the way the light is, but I have one of these pennies. It's very nice. But yeah, I think that's all I have for right now. What time is it? It is 12:48, so I have roughly, let's see, so I have roughly 2 hours and 45 minutes before I need to be ready to take my mom. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, you guys. So then I'm going to go maybe watch a video or maybe listen to some music. I might doze a little bit, 45 minutes or an hour of sleep won't, or maybe 2 hours of sleep might be nice. Might catch a little 2-hour dip. Something that I like to do, if y'all ever run into me hella early as I'm like taking my mom to the airport, bruh, I will look rough. I was the person who used to be like, damn, people be going to Walmart in their pajamas, and occasionally I do that. Because pajamas are comfortable and warm, and if it happens to be a cold night, why would I then get dressed in completely different clothes, layer up when my PJs are warm enough and I can just throw on a hoodie on top and keep it pushing? I understand people are like, well, you never know who you're going to run into and you always want to look nice. Listen, if whoever I run into cannot appreciate me at my PJs, they don't deserve me at my 3-piece red suit with with pirate jacket. They don't deserve to be around me at my backless, gala dress and high heels, But it's weird because sometimes I am moved to dress nice when I leave the house, even if it's super early, and then I end up having like an encounter with somebody of some type. So I'm never worried if I leave the house looking busted, because most likely I won't meet anybody, because Spirit usually gives me a heads up. Usually it's like, you may want to look nice today. And I'm like, is something happening? And Spirit's like, maybe. So, yeah. That's what's happening. Everything is good. I'm so excited about life. Life is so good right now. I'm just so grateful. anyways, I love you guys so much. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you being here with me on this journey, as always. I hope you have a fantastic afternoon, morning, afternoon, evening, or night. I hope that this video gave you some type of solace, some type of rest, some type of information, maybe something resonated with you. And I am going to call it a night, and I will see you guys at some point. If any of you ever drop by the streams that I'm on, honestly, what some of you can do, if you're ever interested in seeing me play video games live, what you can do is you can actually go to Twitch. You can go to my channel, Tato the Penguin, because that's what my name is on Twitch, and you can follow me and then turn on notifications. I just found out that you can do this. I know that you've always been able to do this, but it takes me a minute to figure stuff out. So you can go on there and turn on notifications, so whenever I do go live, you'll get a notification. So you don't have to know what my schedule is, because I might not make a schedule for a long time. But I know some of you have been talking about that you're interested in popping in and just seeing what's up. And some of you who are lurkers, I know that you're not really interested in following, so I get that. So I'll just catch y'all when I catch y'all. But anyways, yeah, and then the same here on YouTube. I think you can go into your settings and you can turn on notifications for specific channels. I don't know how to do that. I don't. So I wish I could tell you, but I have no idea how to get that done. Hey, it's an hour and 1 minute, 101, as I am signing off for the night. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.